Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the weekly show with Aditya, India's number one podcast, with India's number one host, Aditya, with new episodes coming to you live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. In association with Dusra.net, the number one website in sports, education, and entertainment. India's World Cup team has been selected. The 15 players who will want to reclaim the throne and make efforts so that India becomes three-time world champions, next only to Australia, who have achieved this feat 5 times. This is episode 61 on the 22nd of April 2019, and I am India's only cricket guru and historian. The time by the studio clock is 10:30 a.m. Is the 15-member team on its way to London a strong and capable team? Yes, they are. But such is the human nature that we are never satisfied with what we have, and yet in this particular situation, as selecting the team is out of the control of the common masses, we have to be satisfied with the 15 individuals selected. Let's look at each of the 15 individuals in details. First, the all-rounders. The definition of an all-rounder has been made complex by each passing decade. Why do we consider Richard Hadley, Kapil Dev, Imran Khan as great all-rounders? These were the three individuals who actually made the term all-rounder come to life with their performances. Unlike the all-rounders today, who will always be compared to these three individuals, Hadley, Imran Khan and Kapil Dev did not have to deal with such kind of pressure, thus immortalizing their performances forever. And the benchmarks set by these three individuals and our inability to move on from these three. One can also add to an extent Ravi Shastri and Gary Sobers, who were part of the team from 1980s till the 1990s. A certain bunch who still romanticizes these 3 or 4 individuals will hesitate to call the 4 all-rounders in the current Indian team as all-rounders. Vijay Shankar, Hardik Pandya, Ravindra Jadeja and Kedar Jadhav are the 4 all-rounders. I repeat, the 4 genuine all-rounders in the current team. Though it is possible that only 2 out of these 4 individuals will get to play. In the contemporary scenario, an all-rounder is an individual who can contribute with the bat, ball and in the field and thereby be consistent. For me, and that is the most important thing in this context, Pandya, Shankar, Jadhav and Jadeja are going to have a long lasting impact on the World Cup. Before Pandya had arrived into the team, we had another talented all-rounder in Irfan Pathan, but injuries and couple of low scores led to him being discarded out of the Indian team. Though lack of video evidence may help the likes of Kapil Dev and his contemporaries for us to know if they ever had injuries or nil contributions. As during the time of these three individuals, the definition of all-rounder was never concrete and set in stone. Therefore, for Pandya, who is the number one all-rounder for India right now, he will have to be wary of injuries as everything under the sun is recorded now. It also means that he will have to bowl at least 7 out of those 10 crucial overs and disregard any frivolous comparisons, nor is bowling 10 overs a criteria for him to prove that he contributes to the team. Pandya will most likely play each and every match, and this could make him the fourth fast bowler in the team. The other fast bowling all-rounder Vijay Shankar finds himself in a very strange position. It was a toss-up between Ambati Raidu and Vijay Shankar, and Shankar got the nod ahead of the batsman. For Shankar, who bowls between 125 and 130 kilometers per hour, and it is a possibility that between him and Kedar Jadhav, we could have ourselves a match with Kuldeep, Chahal and Jadeja filling the role of the spinners. Jadhav may or may not play in the team at all times. It will be interesting how the team management balances these two individuals. Our fourth all-rounder, Ravindra Jadeja. He is the most experienced left-arm spinner after Ravi Shastri. It was a 15-year wait before we found him. He was in direct competition with Akshar Patel and Kunal Pandya and just about managed to pip them. His condition to play depends on whether the team goes with both the spinners in Kuldeep and Chahal or they go with Jadeja and alternate between Kuldeep and Chahal in the matches. Well, for that we will have to wait for 53 days. The openers. India's first real opening combination was of Ganguly and Tendulkar. They did this job consistently for close to a decade, though at times they had to alternate with Sehwag. In 2007, once Ganguly retired, the opening combination came to be known as Tendulkar and Sehwag, though even these two had to alternate the opening combination with Gambhir. The Gambhir-Sehwag opening combination was unique and special. Till now, the only consistent Indian pair to open in all three formats, and that is not only a rarity but a talent. Now we have the Rohit Dhawan combination, which also has an interesting story behind it. Till 2012, Rohit Sharma was one player nobody wanted in the team. The continuous rhetoric of a player with great talent but unable to make runs was looming on him the same way we are giving it to Rishabh Pant. In 2013, he was given a chance to open. Since then, he has never looked back. He stunned everyone with 3 double hundreds in 50 over matches and rests as the top 50 and 20 over player, averaging over 45. Now we cannot think a team without Rohit Sharma in it. His opening partner Dhawan, who was when he came along given the nomenclature of a left-handed Sehwag. Despite Dhawan's performances, which looked like the crest of a wave that is ebbing and flowing, he still remains an integral member of the team according to his teammates. Though giving him competition is KL Rahul, who like Rohit Sharma also gets the same nomenclature of an individual with immense talent but not converting it into useful runs. They also want to keep the right-left combination. This is not the first time we have seen three openers vie for the opening position. 2003 World Cup, Ganguly, Tendulkar, Sehwag, all openers, but they decided to go with Sehwag and Tendulkar as the openers. The 2011 World Cup, Sehwag, Tendulkar and Gambhir this time. Still, Sehwag and Tendulkar got the nod to open. Continuing this tradition, which has been successful, we can have Rohit Dhawan opening combination with Rahul coming at number 3 and Kohli coming in at number 4. The objection to this will be that Kohli has made runs at number 4 position and he should not be uprooted from the position where he has close to 10,000 runs as a player. If Rahul comes at number 3, he doesn't have the same kind of intimidation as Kohli has for the opposition teams over the past 11 years. The number 4 debate refuses to die down. Who is the ideal individual to take up that position? My choice is Kedar Jadhav. Though going by logic, numbers 4 to 7 have to be flexible. It also means that hypothetically, if India are 300 for 1 in 40 overs, then instead of sending Kohli, we can send Hardik Pandya at number 3. And the claims that the middle order is brittle has no merit, and we do not always have to make a total of 350 plus to make it into a winning score. Even somewhere between 320 and 325 will have that impact. And there is a possibility that captains would want to win the toss and field to avoid the embarrassment of defending scores. I hope that this does not become a pattern, because bowling first all the time may also backfire, as the toss is influenced by external conditions such as weather, the pitch, size of the ground, and these influences keep on increasing. The spinners and the fast bowlers, Bhuvneshwar, Bumrah and Mohammad Shami, joined Zaheer Khan and Umesh Yadav as the best of the best bowlers to have ever played in a World Cup. Kuldeep and Chahal have also come in due to one's fascination and differentiating between finger spinners and leg spinners. There is an unwritten rule that leg spinners or wrist spinners have more potency when it comes to 50 and 20 over matches. One of the more bizarre reasons that Ashwin is no longer a part of the one day and T20 team. A fact triggered by the performances in the final of the Champions Trophy in 2007, when these two went for more than 7 runs per over, and the discrimination began. This divide keeps on increasing by the day. Economy rates, strike rates, and averages define an individual, not the talent they possess or what they will contribute to the team. Though talent and averages are not mutually exclusive, the attention the likes of Shubman Gill and Prithvi Shaw get eluded Virat Kohli for at least the first 5 years of his career. He too was in the same boat as Rishabh Pant, did not start with a bang, and everyone was questioning his place in the team. And now, like Rohit Sharma, we cannot have a team without Kohli, and now he gets the nomenclature of the best batter in the world. It won't be long before we associate this nomenclature to Rishabh Pant. Like Kohli, who had Tendulkar as a benchmark in making runs and centuries, Pant has Dhoni as the benchmark. And though at this time we may question Pant as to why is he not being consistent, in 4 to 5 years of time, there will be a dramatic change of attitude towards him, and he, along with Shubman Gill, Prithvi Shaw, Mayank Agarwal, Rahul and Hanuma Vihari, will take over the reins from the likes of Rahane, Pujara, Kohli, as we will see Hardik Pandya, Jasprit Bumrah attain the role of seniority. In this World Cup, there are a few players from every team who had the potential but missed out, and this impact will be felt very soon. In the 2003 World Cup, we lost the first match to Australia, and it was an embarrassing defeat. Making its way to the final was a distant dream, let alone clearing the group stage. But the events that happened after that are the stuff of legend, and our only loss in that tournament was to Australia. In the 2015 World Cup, we won our 6 group matches as well as making our way to the semi-finals before falling agonizingly short in front of Australia again. This World Cup has been scheduled smartly. There are no groups, meaning that apart from the teams that have been slated to win the World Cup ever since the excitement for the World Cup began, that meant India, Australia, England, and South Africa. The other teams are also equally competent, and we will have some surprises galore in this World Cup. As I have stated multiple times, no team in this World Cup is weak. Those who were not the part of the 15 that were selected for all teams should just wait for an opportunity that they may be called upon in case of an emergency. The Indian Cricket Board did a smart thing by sending a few players to play the local matches in that country, meaning that when called upon, these individuals can be pressed into service immediately. I hope you enjoyed these analyses of the World Cup, and many more legendary analysis will continue, and it will come to you every Monday on this channel till the World Cup concludes on the 14th of July. This is Aditya, India's only cricket guru and historian. So if you want to be a part of my show, please send your valuable suggestions and send your recordings on topics ranging from sports, education and entertainment on the email ID aditya@gmail.com. That is aditya@gmail.com. Thank you for listening to this episode. Please like and subscribe to my Facebook page and YouTube channel, and stay tuned for the next episode.